See what kind of tasks I can get involved with today, in addition to snowboarding, fishing, and monster killing. Something to do with the kids, probably, and something to do with cooking, possibly. Okay, our meeting in the Phoenix Wings cafeteria isn't until this afternoon, which means I got plenty of time to figure out what we can do beforehand. Maybe it'd help to ask the others about what's on their minds, too. Yeah, sounds like a plan. We received bonding points. This time Laura, Emma, Eustace, and Sarah have 2 bonding events each that can be viewed instead of 1. Talking to one of these characters after viewing their first bonding event will allow you to view their second. Interesting. Alright, so somebody's over here. Elisa. What are you doing in here, Elisa? Your mother told me I could find some tools in here, so here I am. I need them for the work I'm going to be doing on the Orbital bike. Wait, you know how the bike works well enough to do that? Well, an engine's an engine, right? I should be able to tinker with it. After all, Angelica's done for us. I at least wanted to make sure she gets her precious bike back in top condition. Might be nice if I gave her a hand. Well, they gave her a bonding event at the spa, so I'm gonna say no. And we've got the parents in the other room. I guess I should go talk to them really quickly, just in case there's like something. Oh, it's the priest. His recovery is coming along nicely, but the battle isn't over yet. He still needs to rest as much as he can. There's no medicine more effective than time. Oop. Father Bernard is always so dependable when it comes to medical care. I feel like I'm back to my old self again, which means it's about time I got out of bed and returned to business as usual. I strongly advise against that. You still need rest. And while I'm sure you're feeling out of shape from all the bed rest, I'd also advise against going out hunting. But when can I go out hunting again? Your injuries were so great, we could have lost you. For peace of mind, I'd like to keep an eye on your condition for another week. A whole week? Well, if I must. His passion for hunting is still as strong as ever, I see. But where are we going next? Heimdall? Nah, that seems kind of... maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Not really sure. Back trying to get another way into Trista? Don't know. I didn't expect Sarah to just show up either. I thought we were gonna have to go hunt for her. First floor. There's one person over here. Sharon? No, Mother. You'll be meeting with your classmates today, yes? Yeah, there are a few things we need to cover before going forward. Plus, we need to talk about Elise and the princess, too. That determination in your eyes is so like your father's. No matter what path you choose to follow, always know that you have our support. Just remember to take care of yourself, alright? I will, I promise. Alright. And we've got Fee and the doggy. This dog's named Badeau, right? He's so cute. Yeah, Dad raised him to be a hunting dog. Believe it or not, he's a sweetie, though. Looks like a smart one to me. Petting him's pretty relaxing, too. I'll stay with him for a bit while I think about what we should do. Come to think of it, it's just about feeding time. Yes, we will bond with Fee. Want to help me feed him? Sure, I'd like that. Be right back. I've got to go get his food. How's that taste? Good? Woof. Look, he's wagging his tail. Sorry for not being able to spare much time for you and Arthur Badeau. Woof woof. He says it's okay. Smart doggy. Can you understand what dogs are saying or something? No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the Corps, I used to look after the military monsters a lot. Really? That sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing. Well, I did get bitten sometimes, at first. Ha ha ha, feeding time. That was a good one, Whiskey. But after one of the other caretakers showed me what to do, they stopped. Don't you talk about your time there? It's hard to believe the Jaeger Corps you were in was one of the strongest. Is Zephyr unusual by Jaeger standards? I guess. The boss was pretty easygoing, but it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. You remember what I told you at Mater Park, right? How they taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps and the art of close quarters combat. I can't imagine what it must have been like living that kind of life day to day. But it's easier to see how you came to think of them as family. Yeah, we were family. Until they all left me behind after the boss died. I just want to know why. Why they all had to leave me behind. And now that I might have a chance to, I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if it won't be easy getting it out of them. Still. Aww. A dog likes feet. I think I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. There's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Not when you've got all of us with you. If that's what you want to know, well, I'll make it work out. You will? You're right. How could things not work out when I've got you guys? Your bond with Fee strengthened. Link level 4. So do I still get the normal 2 is my question. Because they said bonding events and then several of them had 2. I still want to talk to Zeno and Leo about why they left me behind. But being part of Class 7 is more important to me now. As long as I stay with you, I know I'll get my chance. Lord Tio's condition improving has no doubt caused Arthur to perk up as well. He truly loves his master, I can tell you that. I'll have to be sure to keep him well brushed for when Lord Tio is fit to ride him again. Oh, controller's disconnecting again. Reconnect it. There we go. Here's Laura. Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why Yun Kafai is so fond of this village. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. We'd be happy to have them. And don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war's over. I hope so. I suppose it's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. I'm still at a loss as to how, though. What should we do, I wonder? She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem. That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? What? I've got 6 points. Nice. Yeah, right? So this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Yun Kafai's. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the Eight Leaves School? I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in. Why would you be surprised? Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually I have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really? I'd like that very much. This has quite a refined taste indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class tea house during the festival, but this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the east himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now? I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? Nope, afraid not. That letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. Excuse me. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases. Okay, Steve, thanks. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. Imagine so. If rumor is to be believed, he's as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so. Are you worried about your dad? I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros, yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. So as long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah, and I know we can overcome it so long as we're together. Your bond with Laura strengthened. We reached link level 3. The tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Toffel mentioned that you used to train somewhere deeper in the mountains. Is that true? Yeah, in the Isengard range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning on going up there on your own. Well, after that break, I feel like doing something more active. A walk in the crisp, snowy mountains should clear my mind just perfectly. I wouldn't mind a mountain walk. If you're really that interested, I can show you the way there. Would you? I'd be very grateful. Then we should set out at once. Willy Wonka? I don't remember. I know I've heard it. I just don't remember which movie. Together, Rena and Laura climbed the Ymir mountain path, their destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at the area where Reen once trained under Master Kafai. Nice training spot as long as you don't fall off the ledge by accident. Phew, wasn't expecting the climb to be quite so lengthy. Or that far, really. You conducted your training a remarkable distance from Ymir for one so young. Yeah, we spent about a month living up here, away from civilization. We trained almost every day, but even when I wasn't training, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice. Oh my, that does sound rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of your training, yes? I can't fault it, however. The Arcade School does have similar practices. Even when I was a child, I would often join the students in training in the mountains. I'm not surprised to hear the Arcade School's training's right up there with the 8 leaves. I made it through it in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Elise was really worried about me. She couldn't stop crying when I'd finally come back home. That's not too hard to picture. After taking a look at the scenery, there's not a doubt in my mind that training here would be a valuable exercise. Yeah, it certainly was. Standing up here and being surrounded by nature serves as a reminder of just how small and insignificant we really are. I suppose you could say the same about our swords in this war. Sorry, Laura. I'm not following. No matter how much its wielder trains, realistically, a mere swordsman stands no chance against a force of tanks or soldats. That being the case, what significance do swords even have in this war? I've been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer. That's a good question. And yet, when I look around at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those worries. It wasn't just because she was a skilled warrior that the Lance Maiden was able to end the war of her time. That played a role, certainly, but she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed. Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play in ending this war too, even if they can't do it alone. My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it. And as a class, I know we will. After talking for a while, they enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to Ymir. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Okay, so we bonded with Fee and Laura. Here's the orbital bike. It's Angelica's orbital bike. I'll have to take good care of this in Angelica's place. The garden. That's weird. There's almost always somebody standing, like, around this thing. Nobody this time. Here's our snow Mishis. No one... Here's the old boy. Mr. Gizmo's an amazing craftsman. All he needs is some wood and he can fix just about anything. You know, like how he patched up our roofs when they were charred. He even fixed the open-air bath. Come to think of it, there's a lot of really cool guys in Ymir. It's like, everyone's here's really good at something. I can't figure out who I want to be like most. Aw, how cute. Drink of water.